the second set. That is Coach Crystal Ramsey of Lakeland. And you know, one of the players that really seemed to have a big impact, she was on at the beginning, on at the end, and that's Mo Williams. They call her Mo Money. Well, Mo Money, less problems, Ansley.
Right. Well, Mo Williams can do pretty much everything at the net. You can see she gets up so high that any set, she's hitting slides, she's hitting short balls in the middle, she can swing around to the back, and she's going to put away a back set. So her block is really high. It's hard for Winter Haven to move the ball around her hands.
And for Mo Williams, she's had some very strong games this year. One thing I thought that was very interesting as we get set to start the third set, and how important was this third set, Coach Ramsey mentioned that these girls have waited to win a district championship. I have to think some of that is being in a new district, being away from George Jenkins, but also some of these girls have gone through the struggle, 14 and 15, 16 and 12, and to have this year, 21 and 5 entering tonight, you understand that.
Right, and if you don't win tonight, you don't go on. So it means a lot. So for her to say they were nervous, you can see how much differently they came out playing in the second set. They're just the nerves. You're ready to go, but you can also let those nerves get to you. And but they've come back fighting hard. Completely different attitude, completely different feel from the Lakeland side. You've got girls smiling, you've got them energetic. Even if they make there's an error, they seem to just kind of let it go. A little bit more energy on that side. I think her saying, that you've got to calm down and play your game. A lot of times it just is that nervous energy that needs to settle. They have to settle down. So one thing that I love asking both coaches, I'm sure some of our audience members know by now, is the one word to describe your team. And Coach Ramsey, lover, says, I'm giving you 2 words. Right. They have a lot of heart and they're humble. And I think we've seen both of that in the first 2 sets. I think we have. I think that's such a great, just great thing to say about your players. There are plenty of coaches who don't see that, and to see their heart that they put and that they're humble. They're not overconfident. They don't think, oh, we've got this. So that's a great characteristic for all these players. That was the 7th or 8th double hit. I lost count very quickly, called tonight. The opening point. Some of those are really unfortunate calls. But like I said, you will have refs who are they're sticklers on that double hit with those hands. Just across now, Gilmore. And Kidd just forcing herself with that left hand. Robb. Now across, and there you go. Wow, you have to give a lot of credit to Kidd in the back row. She is quite a libero. She sees the ball, she's looking, she gets a hand on it. She's low to the ground. There she is, that one arm, but she gets it over. Now Gilmore setting it up for the freshman Gerard. Kidd. Now just trying to get it across. Gilmore. Put across. Oh, what a dive there. Robb, Kidd. Now just get it back. It's a free ball. Can't do that. Robb, Kidd. And into the net there, and Lakeland now up 2-1. One thing Lakeland did really well on that play, they know Robb is running. She is leaving right back to get to the net to set the ball. So they're trying to continually hit the ball at Robb and right back. But she's playing great defense and getting the ball up. So a little bit of strategy. And we have another little bit of confusion here on the sidelines. As you see the referee, Goodman, set to check back in. You can see how loose they are. You see how loose Martinez and them are. Just very, very simple. And again, just I think looking at the rotation right now and everything that goes into this, these referees, they're by the book. I think it's really been impressive watching both teams, how they're running their offense and how they're trying to throw each other off. Lakeland's gotten real smart with some strategy here in this game. I think what's so interesting, though, is you talk about by the book. You look at Coach Flores for Winter Haven. This is someone who was a top 5 player at one point or another in Puerto Rico, which is where she grew up. She was on the Puerto Rican national team for 14 years, spent that same amount of time in beach volleyball.
And she's just someone, she's also a top 10 player in the area when she came here to Lakeland. She came back in, I believe she said 1999. She was helping out over at one of the local universities, and she just got her chance to now be a coach. And some things happened at Winter Haven, and she was able to jump in. And some of the parents asked her, as she was a coach over at a local, at one of the local, I'm losing my mind right now, one of the local clubs, and she was able to kind of take the opportunity.
Well, I think you can see a lot of her passion. In Puerto Rico, you start playing at such a young age there, and I mean, they start very young, 10 years old, and they're peppering and passing and learning the skills. One of the things I'm impressed with both coaches here tonight is you can see that all of these girls have those technical skills. They pass well, they set well. In Puerto Rico with beach settings, sometimes those calls on the hands can be more of a beach set. So it's just changing that up.
Now Robb, over. That one just too far. So a 3-1 lead now for Lakeland. And it's Pike back to serve. Now Gilmore. Goodman into the net there, so 3-2. Winter Haven gets that point. And one thing Coach Flores also said, the difference with USA volleyball, it's much more organized over here.
Right.
But she says, she'd like to see the kids, like you mentioned, they want to start them maybe a little bit younger.
It really helps with all those technical skills, the passing and the digging and defense.
And now Winter Haven, talk about technical. Another double hit called. So 3-3. I mean, this is a crucial set. And they fight it over. Coach Flores wanted 4 hits. And the point will end up going over to Lakeland. They wanted some call, 4 hits. They wanted a double hit, anything.
Yeah, you see there was a little communication error with Robb. She is coming from the back row to set, so that's where it gets a little hairy playing defense, because she almost went for that ball, but really didn't have time to communicate that she wasn't there.
They're just cleaning off one of the spots there. It's getting a little warm in here, and that can sometimes lead to some condensation right there on the floor. So a 4-3 lead for Lakeland. It seemed both in the first and the second set, Winter Haven and Lakeland were able to take control. Whoever won was able to take control. This is a little bit different right now.
So 4 hits over here for Winter Haven, but Kaylee Robb's really trying to move the ball around and get her hitters up there.
Now Robb. And that one's in. Nice far cross court there. Some of the younger players being used. Coach mentioned she brought up she brought up 3 from the JV not too long ago.
That's kind of common in volleyball, towards the districts. When you get into districts, you can bring up some of these players who've been working really hard all year long. It just gives you more depth in a crucial situation and a tough match that could go 5 games.
Kid back in. We've also got Caitlin Ricks out there. She's a junior. That one falls out. Now 6-5 Lakeland. Now you're going to see Day-Day Brooks coming in. You're going to see Sarah Koneman coming back in.
So you have Koneman's going to be playing right back, setting from the back row.
She'll also serve here. And good placement there for Madden. And again, Kylie Kidd not happy.
She saw that net. She thought, that was a net call on the other side.
And now Robin Martinez will come back in. Sarah Goodman out. That will allow Martinez to serve. Yeah, Kylie Kidd, she's a competitive cheerleader.
Oh, okay. Well, I like watching her play. She has her hand on almost every ball, and she has great communication with whoever's setting. So if it's Rob or if it's Koneman, she's got a great ability to communicate with them, and she's setting a lot of balls up too when they play defense.
And that one a double there. Coach calls her Energizer Bunny. And she said you can hear her on and off the court. She's fearless. And actually on that last double hit, you actually heard some members from the Winter Haven sideline calling it before the referee did. So maybe everyone's getting a little bit more vocal, saying, hey, if we're gonna be so technical, we will be too. Martinez, Gilmore, Madden. Trying to put it across, ending up there. We've got to give credit, Caitlin Ricks.
That was a nice play by Caitlin Ricks. She jumped up, pushed that ball with the tip, and it got caught in the net.
So let's see here, 7-all. Will things start to change into the net there that time? That was Elena Garber. She's only a sophomore, though. You heard Coach talk about we're young. Kidd, Koneman, putting it just across there. Gilmore. This time over to Pike. It all started with Garber, and that time that one in. 8-7.
That was a tough ball. That spot was right there on that back line, and it looked deep. So, you know, Lakeland thought it was out.
We take a look at the replay here. Just
right
again, perfect placement. Oof. Mo Williams. And what a chance, what an opportunity there from Elena Garber. Just falls a little short, 9-8 Lakeland.
What a swing by Mo Williams. That was a great ball, and an awesome job by Elena Garber getting her hand on that ball. That had a lot of power behind it.
Another great dig, Garber. Puts across. Gilmore, the freshman. Great block.
So those 4 hits.
Say 4 hits. Okay, so they made the call right after the block. Okay. And it's Rob back. Perfect placement right there. That is Maya Mahan.
That was a great play by Maya Mahan. The overpass, that kind of ball, the overpass, you want that because you're just going to jump up and put it down, and she did just that. Great contact point, no block.
She knew where she was putting that. Her eyes were straight ahead when that ball came down. She knew she was going cross with that.
An overpass ball are sometimes the most fun to play because you know that blocker's not there. You got it's open.
10-10, and like we said, Ansley, you had the first, we kind of knew where the second set was absolutely going, but that first set, you know, Winter Haven took control. They really were on top of things, and this is a nail biter here in the third set, as it should be.
Right, you're going to see some really intense play with this tight of a score, and everybody fighting for every point.
That one barely getting across and just falls down. Perfectly done. As we get a substitution, Hope Gorby back in, Garber to the bench. Garber really providing a little spark there, though. A couple of great digs, really just all-out effort. Gilmore. Gerard off the fingertips, and that one's going to go long. So 11-11.
You can see Coach Flores a little frustrated with that because she could see that it was out, and sometimes, you know, you really have to play that ball if it looks questionable. So it was hard to see.
Coach Flores is definitely getting a little bit more animated as this third set comes along. So she's going to have to get across. Now Rob setting it up for Mahan. It's going to fall. Gonna have to get it over. Kidd, Robb, can they finish it? Yes, they will!
A great set by Robb. You really saw that they're communicating well with Winter Haven, getting excited, so they want to keep moving up that scoreboard. Great back set. It's hard to defend on that angle.
You just see Kidd and Robb, the real rocks of this team. Now this one's just gonna have to get over from Robb. Free ball opportunity, Gilmore. Goodman. Over, that one's just gonna be put perfectly placed there by Madden. You gotta take that opportunity.
Yeah, that overpass. You can jump up and block, or she can jump up and hit. So she jumped up, put her hands on it for a block. You have to go straight up because that net, the refs tonight definitely will call you.
Back to serve. I think that hit the antenna there. So a 13-12 lead for Lakeland. And back to serve again, Caitlin Brown. Robb. Great block and then into the net. And did the whistle blow? Yes, it did. I was gonna say they kept playing 4 hits. And you've got a few of the fans not happy about that.
I didn't see the 4. I
No.
did not see 4 hits on that play.
Now Robb, Kidd. That was Ricks trying to get it across. So now 15-12, and a couple of crucial points has allowed some breathing room for the Dreadnoughts.
Right.
Now Robb. That was Mahan. Great dig effort from Brown, and that one goes out.
That was a great dig by Brown for Lakeland. She really was right there and got that ball up.
You know, the one word that Coach Flores used for her team was passionate. These girls have been together since they were 12 years old. And she said one thing that was difficult was I had to break some of them up. Some played varsity, some played JV. You know, maybe ruins the mojo a little bit, if you will. Koneman, that one just a little too much English on that one.
So Lakeland seems to be getting Winter Haven a little bit out of system here. They're trying to get back and get some momentum, but both teams are fired up, so every point is crucial.
And that one, just a really strong effort from Hope Gorby, and the senior Ray couldn't handle it. And here comes Elena Garber. I keep getting Gorby and Garber confused. This is Garber. Gilmore for Pike. That one long, 16-15. Just feels like it right now, Ainsley. This is going to be the set, and it feels like if you can win this set, you will win.
Yeah, I think that this one is crucial. You can see you've got some strong blockers on that in the middle right now, Mary Claire Madden and J.J. Brooks right there. And she saw that opening and took it. So Madden, little push set over that block.
And Madden will take a seat now.
And this is where those smart plays are going to start to happen. You want to, your hitters are going to have to play smart and place the ball and anticipate what's coming right back at you.
So 17-16, and Lakeland, they try to pull ahead. Winter Haven just right there. Gilmore for Pike. Right there is Koneman. Now she's got to get out of the way. Now Gilmore for Pike again. Now Kidd. Koneman. Great block. Koneman tried to put it there. It's going to go off there. So 18-16 Lakeland. And Gerard in, Brown out.
So Lakeland has that strong front line again right here. You've got 3 power hitters.
Ooh, that one just didn't make it back across. And we've got someone down now. Not sure who the player is. I think it might be I think that's number 7, Robin Martinez. As we take a look at the replay here, diving for it, and she just twisted herself. She saw it was Robin Martinez, number 7, I believe. Yes. And one thing about Robin Martinez, she says she's good. You can see her saying it as she tries to walk off. When she flipped over, because initially she landed on her left leg. But when she went down, she was grabbing her right leg. As
yeah,
you take a look
she
there,
hit that knee hard and then rolled over.
And I think the rollover almost a little bit of a twist. So
yeah.
We'll see. She says she's okay. She's going to get some attention there, rightfully so. 18-17. She's one of those girls, you've seen her. She's smiling. She's dancing when she's checking in. Saw her do the conga one time. I mean, she's a fun girl. You don't want to see anything like that happen.
No, and a great defensive player. As you saw her, she knows how to play defense. They can roll and get down on the ground and get low balls. So. And
that one just falls right in the middle there. Coach Flores has a couple of her younger players up. A couple of them actually play softball, and they're southpaws, and you see it now.
Right, you see, this is where these attackers are gonna, just playing smart means a lot. They're looking for the opening, and it's not about putting the ball down as much as it's about scoring.
So a 19-18 lead as Pike, one of the seniors on this team.
Pike is really excited right now. She just had that hit on the right side, put that ball down and back to serve. So a lot of energy from Lakeland here.
That one into the net, the point over. And Pike, one thing about Pike is that she had 10 kills on Monday against Kathleen. And they had a lot of players in that game, so a pretty impressive stat.
She's a very focused player. I've been really watching her, and she's very focused on what she's doing and getting the job done. Also
very consistent, according to coach. She is at the Lakeland Volleyball Academy, which her coach runs. And the point over to Winter Haven. 2019. And you can feel it in the crowd, just everything, every point. Will jump serve here. Gilmore, Mo Williams, that one off a kid's hands. I don't think she was too sure if that was going to go out or not. Saw her give a little look over to her coach.
Yeah, she made a face knowing. I'm not sure if I should have put my hands up for that one, but great power from Mo Williams. So that's a hard ball. It's hard to tell. If it looks close, you've got to go for it.
You see Mo Williams checking in on Martinez. That one does fall out. 21-20. Lakeland at one point had a 3-point lead. That was the largest margin in this set.
And these service errors are just going to give Winter Haven another chance to catch back up. So we'll see what they can do with it.
Got to get this one across. Gerard's going to fall in the middle in no man's land. Maybe that's the point that does something there. Cross Pike. Rob. Kid, this one's got to get over too. Gilmore, can she set it up for Goodman? We haven't heard her name too much in the third set. You heard her roar right there, folks.
And that's the powerhouse outside that we talked about earlier. Been waiting for that hit. That's a perfect set right there. Arm is up, and she turned her entire body and put that ball down. And
off of that kill, a timeout taken here. And you'd have to think that Coach Flores trying to not allow someone like Heather Goodman to get going.
Right, this is where it happens, where you start to see the fire and the belly come out in some of these players.
The volleyball state championships, as you see Goodman and Pike and Gilmore all excited. They're going to try and dance their way there. Live from the venue at UCF, we will have you covered November 13th and 14th. Only 2 days this year, folks. We're going to cram it all in there. And we will all be up there for that. Our entire crew works so hard. And that's going to drop. And Winter Haven not going down. We'll talk about that big heart. We go all out. It's win or go home, all from the mouth of Coach Flores. And now who better than Sarah Koneman to have the ball in her hands to serve. Going across, Pike, Gilmore, Madden. Oh, a pancake.
There it was. Oh, I'm not sure.
That looked like a pretty nice pancake to me.
You laugh.